All right, listen up. You're here because you want to know the one thing that will make any woman regret losing you. Maybe she walked away. Maybe she's drifting. Or maybe she's treating you like you're just an option. And now you're stuck wondering, how do I make her realize what she lost? I get it. When someone you gave your heart to starts treating you like you're invisible, it stings deep. But here's the truth most guys don't want to hear. This isn't about her. It's about you. Because there's only one thing that truly makes a woman regret walking away. It's becoming a man she simply cannot replace. Not through mind games, not through manipulation, but by becoming the kind of man who's so powerful, so grounded and so magnetic that losing him feels like losing the jackpot. Let's break down what that looks like. Point 1. Stop chasing. Start valuing yourself. Chasing someone who doesn't value you is like trying to fill a cracked glass. It'll never hold. You pour in your energy, time, love, and it leaks right out. That's because you're giving all of yourself to someone who hasn't earned it. You're teaching her to see you as less valuable. Mark Manson wrote in The Subtle Art of Not Giving a FCK that people value what they have to work for. So stop giving your presence away so easily. Start valuing yourself. Stop being overly available. Pull back. Focus on your growth. The moment you stop chasing her attention is the moment she starts noticing your absence. And when she realizes you're not orbiting around her anymore, that's when the seeds of regret are planted. Point 2. Build a life that outshines the past. You want her to regret letting you go. Then build a life that makes her think, why didn't I see this version of him before? In Atomic Habits, James Clear talks about how small, consistent actions lead to massive change. That applies to you. Instead of sitting in pain, start making moves. Improve your health. Grow your income. Dive into your passions. Strengthen your friendships. Create a life that's so full and vibrant it speaks for itself. You're not doing it to win her back. You're doing it to become someone you're proud of. That's the energy that attracts. That's the man who becomes unforgettable. Point 3. Master the power of letting go. This might be the hardest step, but it's also the one that unlocks everything. Let her go. Not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. Stop replaying every conversation in your head. Stop waiting for closure. Stop clinging to what could have been. Viktor Frankl, in Man's Search for Meaning, survived the unimaginable because he focused not on what he lost, but on what he could still control, his purpose. Letting go isn't weakness, it's strength. It creates space for real transformation. When you let go, you shift your energy from desperation to peace, from chasing to becoming. And that shift? That's when you stop needing her regret, because you're too busy becoming someone extraordinary. Point 4. Become irreplaceable. This isn't about flashy stuff. It's not about showing off wealth or status. True power comes from character. In Meditations, Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Live with integrity. Follow your values. Speak with purpose. Lead with kindness. Not for approval, but because it reflects who you are. When you stop chasing validation and start living with intention, you become rare. And what's rare is valuable. The man who commands respect doesn't beg for attention. He stands firm, even when it's lonely. That's the man she regrets walking away from. The man who became something she'll struggle to ever find again. Point 5. Rewrite your story. After a breakup, most guys get stuck replaying the past. If only I had said this. If only she hadn't done that. But the truth is, the past is done. You can't change it. What you can do is decide how the next chapter plays out. David Goggins talks about radical ownership in Can't Hurt Me. He didn't wait for life to give him a new script. He wrote his own. This is your moment to flip the narrative. Stop being the guy stuck in heartbreak. Start being the man who rises from it. Find a new passion, tackle that dream, push your limits. Every move you make now is shaping a future where you're not just surviving, you're thriving. Point 6. Master emotional discipline. Most men crumble after heartbreak because they let emotions lead the way. They overreact, lash out, beg, chase, plead. That's emotional chaos. But the man who learns to control his emotions, he becomes untouchable. Jocko Willink says, discipline equals freedom. That includes emotional discipline. When you stop being reactive and start responding with calm strength, everything changes. You become a mountain, still, solid, powerful. She'll feel that shift, and where there was once desperation, there's now presence. That silence, that calm, that's what lingers in her mind, and that's when regret begins to form. Point 7. Level up your social circle. Your environment is everything. If you keep hanging around people who hold you back, you'll stay stuck. But when you elevate your circle, when you're surrounded by winners, by people who are growing, striving, achieving, you rise too. Start spending time with people who challenge you, who hold you accountable, who inspire you. Build relationships that push you forward. This new energy you surround yourself with, it shows. It shifts your mindset, your vibe, your future. She'll see the new people in your life. She'll see the growth, the momentum, the glow up. And when she realizes she's no longer part of that picture, it hits different. Point 8. Cultivate unshakable self-belief. There's confidence, and then there's conviction. A man who believes in himself without needing permission or applause is magnetic, and that belief doesn't come from compliments. It comes from showing up daily, even when it's hard, even when no one's watching. This is the silent power that makes her think twice. Because you're no longer a boy needing reassurance. You're a man building something. And belief, real belief, is contagious. When she sees that you don't flinch, that you don't fold, that you don't need her to see your worth because you see it, that's when she regrets letting you go. But by then, you've already moved on. Final thoughts. The truth is simple. The thing that makes any woman regret losing you isn't about tricks or tactics. It's about becoming a man so powerful, so focused, and so full of purpose that losing you feels like losing a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. But don't do it for her. Do it for you. Because when you stop chasing, start building, and lean into your potential, you'll realize you don't need anyone's regret to validate your worth. You'll be too busy creating a life that speaks for itself. So start today. Be the man you were meant to be, and trust me, everything else will take care of itself.